comfortable. Hi, I feel like I haven't seen you in so long. Okay, seated. And we'll start with two mudras. So the first being the lotus mudra. So drawing the heel of the hand together, pinky finger, thumbs. If your fingers get tired, let it be the bloom rather than the flower, and just place it at your heart. And you can close your eyes and take a couple rounds of breath. Start to get that going. Big breath in and out. You can keep your eyes closed. The story of the lotus, if you've never heard, the flower starts in the muds of the waters, the ponds, the muck and the mire. And through the dark waters can see the light and grows to the light and then blooms right above the water, and just stays there. What I like to focus on is the muck and the mire, and as that relates to us. Yes, we can achieve the enlightenment, and we can move towards the light, and we can turn into this beautiful flower, but what's in the mud, what's in our roots, the things that we go through in our lives, the things that help to shape us, to play major roles in who we are today, the beautiful, beautiful people we are today. So whatever we might think of as hardships or not amazing things that have happened to us, or even things that our choices and all the stuff that sometimes we look at as not amazing things, like the bad part of our lives, our baggage, our hardships, our regrets. And if we then think about the good, how that has then shaped us, how that is a part of who we are now. So just sit with that. Sit with, and maybe you're not like, oh, thank God that happened to me, because now look at me. We don't ever have to feel like a love towards some of the stuff, but just acknowledging that you are who you are, this beautiful, magical, wonderful person, because everything, your muck and your mire, everything that you've been through. So just take a moment to appreciate your life, your ups, your downs, your perfectly imperfect self. And then let your lotus rise up towards the sky. Just stretch it out a little bit. Open up the flower. Open up your fingers, side to side. And then flip it and release the fingers and flip the palms up to the sky. Bend your elbows. Take a deep breath into your heart. And a long exhale out. And let's return it back to our heart. So now as your hands come down, slide it out a little bit so your fingertips cross. Not so tight, a little bit wider. And bring that to your heart. So this is your Vajrapradana mudra, mudra of shakable trust. So if we think about all the things of our roots and our lotus, and it brings us to this, where we are now, this unshakable trust within for ourselves. That you are strong, you are brave, that you've got this, and that you trust in yourself. And some of us aren't there yet. Some of us are there some of the time. But if we keep coming back to it, we've got this. We've got this. We've got this. Rooted in yourself, rooted in your love, rooted in all that you have made it through to get to where you are now. sit with that. And just take about 5 more rounds of big breath. Big inhale. And big exhale. Can you feel that trust? Each round of breath, can you feel the rootedness? Can you be grounded in yourself? Can you be grounded in your breath? And then go ahead and take the hands back up to the sky. Big stretch. Big inhale. Bend your elbows, open up, exhale. And then take it up and arc over to the left a little bit. Stretch out your side body. And then come back up and over to the right. And then as you come back to center, go over to the left again. And then square yourself off towards the ground. Cross over the horizon. Winding up on the right side. And then all the way up. And then go to the right. And then same thing to go to the left. And then just do that a couple times. To the left. Up and over. Back and forth a few times. Breathing as you go. And then we'll end up back to center. Inhaling the arms up so big. And then take the hands wide and behind you a little bit. So you're going out to the side and behind. And squeeze the shoulder blades so you can pop up your heart to the sky. Drop your right ear over towards your right shoulder. Chin down to the chest. Maybe the hands can walk back and a little bit closer together as you do this. Breathe. Take it back to the right. Bring the head up to center and then over to the left. Chin down to the chest. Bring the head to the side again. And then all the way back to center. Now from here, take the hands up to the sky. Bend your elbows, open up your chest. Take your hands, grab hold. So you can grab the edge of your right foot, you can grab whatever you can reach. And if you need a little bit of support, let your right hand kind of hold you back here. Move at the hips, so start to circle around. Shouldn't be anything funky or twisting in your knee. Try to have the movement happen right here at the hip. So it's a circular-ish motion, best you can do. If you need to lean back some. If you can sit tall, sit tall. And then just switch it up, opposite direction. Breathing all the while. And then from here, can you grab on with your right hand? It can be the ankle, pinky edge, inside. I'm gonna go inside arch. Left hand comes behind you and just stretch the leg out best you can. Open it off to the side. And if you have a major bend in the knee, so be it. And then we're going to end up just moving your left knee over and cross to a seated twist. Left leg can be straight. It's early. Find the sitting bones, take an inhale, and then exhale, just twist. Root down through your tail, rise through your heart. Exhale, hug the navel in and twist. One more, root down through the tail, lift through the heart. Exhale, hug the navel in and twist. Open to the opposite side. We're gonna lift to a tabletop, but then if you can, make it a little bit shorter. Bring your hands in a little bit closer, and then roll to the ball of the foot so you're lifting the heel. Woo, hello feet. Now if you're able to, you might even roll so far that your knees tap the ground. And then you can kind of hop your heart up to the sky. So the front of the quads. I've been riding my bike. I was riding the bike at the beach. Those quads. All right, and then you can roll your bottom back down, and then we'll just switch. So as you take your seat now, grab hold of the left. Start to circle around the hips. Pay attention to what you're feeling, or what's presenting itself in your body this morning. And we can take it for a straighter one, stretch the leg out. Whew. Over to the left. Over to the right. And then again, that twist. So scoot your right leg over a little bit more, cross. Either case, if the knee is bent or straight, find your sitting bones and pull the left leg into your body. Get tall. Exhale, twist. Root down, rise up. Hug the navel and twist. One more inhale. One more exhale. Open up opposite side. Breathe. And you come back to center, uncross, same thing, start with your tabletop. So lift up the hips. Maybe let's enjoy a tabletop for a second here. So just stretch out the front, the top of the body. And you could do a little bit more through the wrist and the fingers. And then you can shorten it again. Lift the heels, stretch out the toes and the feet. And if you could go a little bit further, maybe your butt reaches your heels. That's enough. Maybe you can make it so it comes all the way down to the ground, but squeeze your shoulder blades and try to really open up the chest. Maybe the head goes back enough. Breathe. And then roll it all the way back, dropping down to your bottom. Cross your ankles, find your way to all fours. And then just a few more moves. Spread the fingers wide, take a cat, take a cow, anything really. Just check in with how this feels. What's going on with your wrists, your fingers, your knees? Do you need extra cushioning this morning? And then we'll take it into down dog. As you're ready, take your time, because now we get to just move around in your dog a little bit. How's the breath? Is it there? Filling you up on your inhale? Feeling of release, letting go as you exhale. And you can bring your right hand a little bit closer to your left. Take your right leg to the sky. So this might be challenging. You're more of a narrow dog here. Find your core, hug the front ribs in, lift. And then externally rotate. Spin your right toes to the right so the whole thigh opens up, and then lift a little bit higher through the hip, through the heel, or a lot higher. Hug your navel in. And just take a big step forward. Once you make it up there, drop your back knee down. Be on your blocks here, or your books, or your pillows, whatever you have. If you're feeling tight today, and every day, and then stretch out your right leg. Pull your hip back. Sole of the right foot can be up or down. It's a different feeling, so explore both. Pull your hips to the right a little bit, so towards the end of your mat, and to the right. And then see if you do that, when you pull your butt to the right, can your toes continue to point to the sky? Your right hand might even meet your left hand. Just breathe into it. And then as you come back towards the center, bend into the knee. Take the right arm up to the sky, big stretch, open through your chest. All right, big ask here. Try to squeeze the inner thighs, hug your navel in, lift through the right finger so it actually lifts you up to the sky. So now we're in a twist here. Right hand can come to your sacrum or even slide down the left leg. Lift up and over. Stretch out through the left side, buddy. Breathe into it. And then bring both hands back down to the ground or your blocks. I'm going to move them aside. Lift up the left. And then as we press into the right foot, lift your left leg up to the ceiling, but then bend the knee. Let your head go. So really lifting up through your left kneecap. And your hands might need to be further forward. They might need to stay on blocks again. And maybe you're being adventurous and your right hand grabs your left foot. And just pull your heel in towards your butt a little bit more. Try to let go through your head, your neck, your shoulder, breathing in and breathing out. And then cross, left ankle behind the right. Pull the hips back in space. I haven't practiced in a little over a week. Everything feels very Tin Man today. Pull your hips to the left, walk your hands to the right, stretch. And breathe. And come back to center. Come back all the way. Take your feet wide. Grab opposite elbow. Just shake it out. Shake it out. Lovely little ragdoll here. Half lift with your inhale. Bend the knees. Use some support. Be supported. Having trust in yourself means you know when you need to be supported. Inhale the arms to the sky. Find your lotus. Lift up. Pull back. Breathe. And then interlace the fingers, flip the palms up and back, and then bring that unshakable trust back to your heart. Pause for a breath. Inhale. Let everything go. The doubt, the fear, as you exhale. Inhale, back up. Free the hands as you dive down. Hands to the sky, head to the ground. Hands come down. Left foot steps back. Soften the knee. Squeeze those inner thighs to reach the arms up to the sky. Let your right hand come down by the hip. Let your left hand lift up and over. Keep squeezing the inner thighs so you don't fall over. And then switch it. Maybe find your lotus at the top. And then take it to the other side. Left hand comes down, right hand up and over. This is usually the one I fall in. And then as you come back to center, big inhale. Hands come down, step back to down dog, exhale. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, roll yourselves forward to plank, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, just stay. So now that core strength comes in. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. And as you exhale, lower all the way down, belly, chest, and out. Baby cobra with this one. From your toes pressing down, hug your navel in, pinch the shoulder blades, roll the shoulders back, lifting your heart. Elbows are pulling towards the feet. Chin can tuck a little bit. Push back all fours, tuck your toes, pull your bottom towards your heels. Breathe. Down dog. Front ribs are pulling in, tail is long, knees can be bent, 10 fingers spread wide. Let your head go. Left leg rises. Oh, first bring your left hand a little bit closer. Left leg rises. And just try to find that core strength here, the balance. Rooted in order to rise. Spin your toes to the left and then see without really opening the hips, just if you can lift, 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 hug the front ribs in that left leg. And then just a big step forward. Step it all the way up. If it doesn't make it all the way up, there you go. Soften the back knee down, find your blocks, breathe in, into the chest, stretch out your left leg, pull your hips, oh my goodness, back. And then can you pull your hips to the left, like you're going towards that back corner of your mat, and maintain the toes up to the sky. Maybe the left hand meets the right hand, let your head go. Let go of the doubt, let go of the fear. Come back to the center. Take your left hand up to the sky, really lifting out of that right shoulder. Keep squeezing your left inner thigh and pull that left hip back. And then use the strength and the power of yourself to lift you. Woo. And then maybe you can keep going hand to back, hand to leg. Think up first and then back. maintain. Maybe you need to come a little bit further forward for this. Lift up the right, take it towards the sky like you're doing a standing split. Let your head go, and then just bend the knee. Possibly left hand grabs the ankle, and just, can you lift that kneecap higher, higher to the sky? Let your head go. Can you pull your left heel towards your butt? And let it go. Whew. Take that ragdoll again. Shake it out. And breathe. Half lift, knees can be bent. Inhale. Exhale, this time fold back into it. Grab your ankles. Ooh, lift your sitting bones high. Inhale, use the power of the legs to lift you to that lotus all the way up and back. And then interlace the fingers, flip them up, take it a little bit higher. Back to your heart, unshakable trust. One breath in. Let the breath go. Inhale, back up. Maybe you can catch the hands on the way down this time, interlacing the fingers. Let your head go. Pinch the shoulder blades together. Wiggle this around a little bit. Hands come down to the ground. Right foot steps back. Soften the knees. Squeeze the inner thighs. Arms to the sky. Thinking up. And then over to the left. Hand could be on the hip. Reach towards the ground. Could touch the ground. Come back to center. Take it over the other side. Oh, yeah. Back to center. Hands down, step back, down dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, forward to plank, shoulders over the wrist. Exhale, slowly. Belly, chest together. From the toes, hug the navel in, pinch the shoulder blades, roll them back. Baby cobra, maybe full cobra. Exhale, back. Tuck your toes, hips to the heels. Breathe. Let your forehead touch the ground. Breathe. Rise up, hands and knees. Down dog, exhale. Take a couple breaths, wiggle it around. Big inhale, big exhale. Hi, guys. And then let's take it again. Let's not add on. I can't promise I won't add on anything or forget anything, but let's see what we can do here. Same thing, a little bit faster. Right leg to the sky, swing the toes to the right. Exhale, step it wide. Back knee down, lift the heart with your inhale. Straighten out your right leg, pull the hips back as you exhale. Bend into the right knee, find your twist, but then let it carry you all the way up. Hands come down, exhale. Lift that left leg to the sky, bend the knee, maybe grab it as you inhale. Exhale to the fold, let your head go. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, go for it, fold. To the sky, rise with your lotus, up and back. Flip the hands, bring it to the heart, exhale. Inhale, back up, breathe it in. Exhale, maybe catch hands as you dive down, let your head go. Left foot steps back, squeeze the inner thighs, inhaling the arms up. Take it to the right, exhale. Find your lotus at the top, inhale. Take it to the left, exhale. Oh yeah. Find it at the top, inhale. Hands come down, step to down dog, exhale. Float it forward, plank, inhale. Can you go halfway down? Exhale. Inhale, find the version that works for you. Maybe it's up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Reset, gotta find the breath. Be with your breath to feel those roots. Other side, left leg rises, toes to the left. Step it forward, go wide. Back knee down, inhale, the heart lifts. Straighten out the left leg, pull the hips back. As you bend into the knee, left arm to the sky, but it floats you. Sure it does. Inhale. Oh, hands come down, exhale. Right leg to the sky, bend, maybe grab on the inhale. Cross it. Oh, I forgot to cross it. Just let it go. Exhale. Half lift, breathe it in. See? I couldn't promise. Hold a little bit deeper. To the sky, rise with your lotus. Roots to rise. Interlace the fingers. Bring it back to the heart. Inhale back. switch the hands, dive down. Keep switching up the interlacing your fingers as you do that. Hands down, right foot steps back. Squeeze the inner thighs to rise to the lotus. Take it over to the left, exhale. Back to center. Over to the right. Check that knee though, the left knee, that it's not moving in, right? It's solid and straight. Back to center. Hands down, step back, down dog. Plank with the inhale. Maybe again, halfway down, exhale. Hit the mat first, shoulders back, inhale, lift. Down dog to meet, exhale. One big breath in, one big breath out. Followed by another big breath in, big breath out. One more inhale, one more exhale. Top of the mat, you can walk there, look there. So if we're jumping, your butt, can you jump your feet, your hands? I'll meet you there, full, let it all go. Take a moment to take your fingers, interlace them, and just let the weight of the hands pull your head down. Knees can totally be bent. They can be so bent. There again, know when you need some support. They can support you. And your elbows can pull towards each other, so it's just this feeling of heaviness. Let it just sway and breathe. And we'll bring the hands to the shins. Inhale, open the sitting bones. Feel the heels press out a little bit. Lots of leg strength. Hug the navel and the ribs in. Exhale, fold. Take your lotus to the top. Let it lift you up. And then again, release the fingers. Bring it back to the heart. Chair pose. Feet can stay wide. Start to pull the weight into the heels. Hug the front ribs in. And then extend the arms forward. Pull the hips back and down. Hug the ribs in and lift up the heart. Pull the hips back and down. Hug the front ribs in and lift the heart. Press through the right leg, lift up through the left. Maybe find your lotus at the top here. Rooted to rise. Grounded in yourself. Grounded in your strength, your love, your kindness. We'll take this left leg. We'll take it. We'll step it backwards. Right into your warrior two. And find your perfect distance. Your imperfectly perfect distance. Extend the arms, soft shoulders. And then just reverse it. Take it up and back and breathe into the side body. And then side angle, let the hips pull back a little bit. Lots of space on the right side body. Swing your heart to the sky. Take your left arm for a couple circles. Nice and quiet, right? Can you hear me, kids? So peaceful. Straighten your right leg. Lift up. Maybe the sole of the foot lifts. And then as you exhale, just bend back into the knee. Left arm to the ground. Right arm to the sky. Find a twist. Soften your left knee down. See if we can, from our rib cage, start to open up a little bit more. Maybe even the right hand behind your head. Press your head. So we're still that feeling of lifted, and then find your twist. Whew, hand comes down. Back to down dog. Wiggle yourself out a little bit. Plank on the inhale. Exhale, halfway down, all the way down. Up dog. Maybe you're in a handstand. Maybe you're in child's pose. Exhale back. Trust yourself. Know yourself well enough to trust yourself, knowing that your body knows. Listen to it. All right, we've got those same options. But this time, do you want to take a couple handstand hops? Bring your distance a little bit shorter, okay? Bend your knees. Look where you're going, kind of right in between your thumbs. And can you hop? Can you hop? Can you hop? Woo! And maybe that last one, you're in a handstand, or you've made it to the top of your your mat. Let your head go. Shake it out. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, dive. Chair right into it, inhale. Find it on the exhale. Pull the belly in, lift up the heart. Space in the shoulders so they're not crowding your ears. Strong legs. Press down, lift up. Wrong leg, right leg lifts. Lotus at the top, rooted to rise, breathe. This is my new favorite song. Step it back, warrior two. Settle in. Your breath. Up and back. Peaceful warrior. Pull the hips back. Keep the left side body long, side angle. That same rotation through your ribcage. Hug your navel in. Left leg straightens. Option to lift up the sole of the foot. Up and back. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And as you let it go, it's a twist. Right hand down. You may even take your left hand and pull your left hip back a little bit, but also squeeze your inner thigh. Twisting the ribs more. Soften the back, knee down. Did we catch the foot on the other one? I can't remember. Whew. Breathe. Let it go. Step it back down, dog. If we didn't catch the foot on the other side, surprise, surprise, look where we're going. Plank on the inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Dance break. All right, are we ready? We're gonna take those jumps again. Look where you're going, shorten your dog a little bit. Bend the knees, pull your belly in. So think, hug the front ribs in. Can you get an inch off the ground? 2 inches. Just keep going. Your butt eventually comes over your shoulders. Let it go. Meet me at the top. Half rise, inhale. Fold, exhale. Right to chair, inhale. Find it on the exhale. Left leg lifts, lotus. Exhale, step back. Reverse on the inhale. The side angle as you exhale. Straighten right leg, maybe sole of the foot lifts up and back. Breathe it in. Triangle, pull the hips back, stretch. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. We didn't open up our right arm on the other side. So the strength of the legs, your roots, support your rise. Your roots support your rise. And then gaze forward. Start to bend into the knee and move back a little bit just in case. Block's a great idea. Move forward, right? Maybe on block. And then from your roots, right? Grounded, we lift, we lift, we lift, we lift. Half move. And I fall. We lift, we lift, we lift, and I fall down. All right. And then it's okay to be shaky. Woo, especially if you're moving your gaze from the floor to the sky. I don't know where we're going. Maybe you don't even need that right hand. I'm not ready. All right, and when you are ready to come down, bring your hands down. And then we are going to bend both of our knees. So my left is kind of right behind the right. Grab hold of your right ankle. Pull your heel toward your butt. And then with your kneecap, can you start to pull the kneecap up to the ceiling? And then straighten out your right leg, pulling your face in towards the shin. And then dun dun dun. Left hand grabs right ankle. Try to kiss your shin. Maybe none of that works out today. Let it go. Half lift on the inhale. Just fold as you exhale. Crow. Feet go as wide as your wrist.
fingers strong. Bend your elbows. So right now my elbow is behind my wrist. As I lift my heels, round like cat, find the knees, squeeze the shoulders. Elbows are still behind the wrist. Look forward, move your butt forward, your elbows come over your wrist. Feet don't need to leave the ground. Maybe you can start to squeeze your heels up to your butt. And if you think of a push-up where you've got your elbows bent, and then you start to straighten your arms, same idea here. Step or jump back, take a break. Down dog. All right. I think this might be the last opportunity. I don't have my watch. Hi guys, what time is it? Okay, ready? Shorten your distance a little bit. 10 fingers strong. Dun, 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 dun. Jump. Dun, 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 dun. Jump. Eventually find your way home base. Let your head go. Half lift on the inhale. Fold as you exhale. To chair we go. Breathe it in. Left leg stays, right leg lifts. Find your lotus. Inhale. Warrior two. Exhale. Reverse on the inhale. Side angle on the exhale. Straighten left leg. Pull back. Triangle. Shorten it if you need. Hug the front ribs in. Breathe. And because we never gave this arm a circle, let's take a couple circles with the right arm. And by we, I mean me. Just so we know. You might have done it. Let it go. Bend into the knee. Okay. You're going to scoot back a little bit. Find your block if you need it. And think about really going beyond. So maybe I never touch the ground. It's that lift. I'm already lifted. Which actually is easier to never touch the ground. Because if you're down, then you have to power up. But if you're already up, a little bit better. Not if my balance is any better, but I can do this. Whenever you're done, whenever you're done, let's meet here. So bend both of the knees. Left hand catches right ankle. Pull your heel toward your butt best you can, and then think kneecap. My kneecap is going to reach to the sky. And then perhaps, do I even dare on this side? Perhaps your right hand meets your left ankle calf. And as you keep lifting up through the right knee, you pull yourself closer and closer to the left ankle. Yep, exactly like that. And then just let it go. Oh, shake it out. Whew, yogic squat, guys. Heels in, toes out. Sink. Let this move side to side. If stillness is what you need, just stay still then. And we'll meet in the middle. We'll meet in the stillness. Come to the pinky edges. If your butt's way back, can you pull your hips underneath you? Maybe find either that lotus or the unshakable trust right there at your heart. If you're way down and hunched over, power up here. So knees pull back, lift out of it some. Use your muscles. That balance of strength and flexibility. And then press through those legs. Oh, your lotus rises. Bring it back to the heart. And then just walk your feet in. So, right leg stays, left leg comes up, and cross over like a number 4. So we're finding our number 4 chair. You could be on blocks and just feel the stretch. Could even take it to a fold. You could stay and use a little bit more core power with the arms going straight forward, not rounding the upper back. So just stay at your heart. Really use this right glute though. Squeeze your right glute. Try to lift up through your low belly. So think about like activating these muscles. That's your support there. And then press through the right leg. Whew. So now we're going to be in our number 4 tree. But if you wanted it to be lotus, you could then bend. See if you can put the pinky edge right up here. And the kneecap, instead of going down or out, goes down. And your left arm could reach around for the right wrist. Could even grab the foot. You could even take that to an arm balance. Rooted. And all the stuff, the good, the bad, the perfectly imperfect, that has brought us to this space. To this place. This unshakable trust in ourselves. You can even close your eyes. Do what I do. Breathe with your breath. And then we meet. Bring that left leg forward. And up a little bit. Find your lotus hands. Think about lifting up, up, up. Standing split. Just normal style. Stretch it out. And then up. Oh. Soften your left knee down. Coming back to our lunge. And this time, let's take it wider. So, walk your right foot out a little bit to the edge of your mat. And give yourself some space. Straighten out your right leg. And bend into it. And then as you straighten it out, this time, from the hips and the toes to the right. And I just went way over to the left with my torso, so try to find that center line. And now as you bend into your right knee, you ideally are on the pinky edge of your foot, your hip is opened, and there's no crinkles here between the bottom of the foot and your ankle. It's just as if you were stepping on flat ground. Move your left knee back a little bit. This is enough, right? And come down to your elbows. Wiggle it out some. Breathe. A few more rounds of breath. Just be in this moment, in this body. Grateful for yourself. Grateful for your children. Hi, sweetie. And then from here, you can rise up to your hands. You could stay on your elbow. And that twist through the ribs. So if you're up to your hands, use your right hand and try to find that twist of your rib cage. Right hand to the sky lifts you. And then maybe right hand reaches back for left foot, pulling your heel again in towards your bottom. Whew. Breathing into it all. And then as you let it go, stretch out your right leg. Bend back into the knee, lift up the left. Step to plank. However you want to get through it. You want to go back outside now, don't you? Chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Alright. Well, since we're all the way here, we might as well take one more opportunity to jump, right? Or just walk it up. To the top of the mat we go. How are we gonna do it, Sienna? Bend your knees. Step, jump, fly. Drinking my water. Top of the mat you go. Chair. Pull the hips back. Lift up your heart. Fold. Or all the way to the sky. Rise. We're not going through yogic squat this time. So we had our right leg is across. Find your chair again. Cross right over left. Hands can be at heart. And then whichever variation, give them all a little bit of time. Not that we're here that long, but you might be like, ooh, I need to do a little bit more of that later. Squeeze through. So contract your left glute. Pull in the low belly. Pelvic floor muscles. All of that is your support system. And then start to lift up. And then again, squeeze to lift. And then however you want to take it. So if we're staying with a number 4, great. Can you lift up the pelvis, push the hips forward, and slide your knee back a little bit so that we get some openness. Otherwise, you can bring a foot in from the hip, it goes down. So you shouldn't feel anything in the knee. And if you do, today is not the day. Anything bad, there's a fine line between that pain and stretch. So whichever of these works for you. Just breathe into it. Be shaky. Be vulnerable. Feel your feelings. Close your eyes even. See if you're still there. A few more rounds of breath. And then let's open it up. Bring that right leg up. Find your lotus. So again, lift up and back. And then standing split. Take your right leg back to that low lunge, softening the knee down. And we're going wider with this one. So walk your foot over to the left and then straighten it out just so you can get this space right here so we don't feel so confined. Now from here, it's as if you were grabbing your thigh and you could rotate the whole thing so the foot just follows the thigh, the hip turning, and then bend back into it. I then bring my right knee back so I'm not on the top of my kneecap and hang out for a little bit. Breathe. Clear your mind. Let go. And you could be perfectly happy here. If you wish to move further, you can stay on your elbow. You can come up to your hands. That idea of lifting up, up, up. You can use your left hand to help twist the ribs. This is enough. Maybe you can find that left foot, pull the heel in. Stay out of that right shoulder so you're not dumping weight. Breathe. And carefully, just let it all go. Straighten out the left leg one more time. And then find your way back. Whoa. Circles. Circle your hips around. Big circles in one direction. Time flies. Why does it always fly so quickly? Circle around in one direction and then the other. And if you would like that last chaturanga, you certainly can take it. Exhale until there's no breath left. Inhale until you can't breathe in anymore. Exhale back to down dog. And then from here, we're just going to take a seat. So cross your ankles, find your bottom. Big forward fold. Walk your sitting bones back, separate them. Knees can be bent. This could be your forward fold. Take a few rounds to breathe into your back. And see if you can really create a physical release with the exhale. Can you feel your muscles soften, let go? You know, all the tension, all the tightness. Try to release it a little bit. 3 more big breaths. And then bring yourselves back up slowly. Feet come in, scoot yourself, hips to the heels, extend the arms forward. Let's take a slow roll down here. So you can always hold on to the backs of the legs. From under the sitting bones, squeeze the inner thighs, lift the pelvic floor muscles, hug your navel in, and roll back. Squeeze, lift, hug, roll back. Squeeze, lift, hug, roll back. So you're setting yourself up, even for this, you're rooted each time before you go to that next level. Squeeze, hug. Haven't done this in a while. Squeeze, hug. And done. All right, so bridge, supported bridge. What's your preference here? Press through the feet. Draw the low back. Roll yourself up. And then just find what works, what's comfortable here. Press through the arms. Lift up through the hips. Breathe. Take about 5 rounds of breath here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rock your world here. What do you want to do? How long do you want to be here? If you choose to move into wheel, then do it. But no matter what, it's your legs are active, your arms, your shoulders. You're rooted in order to then rise, to open, to expand, to grow. And then slowly let that all come down. Let your knees rock from left to right. And then bring the knees into your chest. If there's an inversion you want to take, shoulder stand, anything, go for it. Otherwise, just take your legs up to the sky. Circle your ankles around both directions, shake them out. And without too much effort, can you keep your legs up here, let your arms come out to the sides, and just be here for a few rounds of breath. Give your roots a break. And really, right now you might be practicing something else. Maybe you're in forearm balance. Now, what does yourself, what do you need? What do you want? What is going to help get this day really going for you? And then moving into a twist. Left leg comes down, cross the right leg over. Gaze can go to the right, stretch the left arm out. Play around with it. Maybe your legs are crossed, eagling the legs. gonna stay here. And then bring it back through center. Take that moment back to the sky. Switch it up. Right leg comes down. Cross the left over the body. Get some space between your your left armpit and the left hip. So think about, instead of being right up on each other, how much space can you get there? Try to get both shoulders down to the ground, both shoulder blades, and just stretch it out. Cross for a little bit more. Just breathe. And then you can come back to center, bringing the knees again back into the chest, rocking it out, finding happy baby. And that last pose, that before Shavasana. And I'm going to close out before Shavasana so that you can really take your time. So lay down on your mat, bring your hands to your heart, or hand to heart, hand to belly, and then just feel. Feel your breath, feel your heartbeat. You can even have the unshakable trust, or even your lotus at your heart, whatever feels right. All you have been through has led you to now. Your imperfectly perfect life, your imperfectly perfect self. Your roots have provided the strength to allow you to grow, to allow you to rise. In yourself, you feel the kindness, the love, the strength. You are brave, you are compassionate. You truly have an unshakable trust. You can truly, you've got this. You can handle it. So you thank yourself for the time, for this practice, for this opportunity to remind yourself of all that you are,